Hi everyone. Firstly, thank you for your interest in our GPS. So we've been in beta for about 4 months now with about 30 fleets throughout the country. So we're really happy with where it is and it's going to be launching next week. So I'm keen to just take you guys through it, what it does and how it works in kind of a live fleet environment. So without further ado, I'm just going to log in and go straight to the tracking page. So basically, if you do decide to get your vehicle's GPS tracked with us, we send you out one of these devices here. It's called an OBD port, and you plug this into the steering column. I'm going to put up an image here in terms of what plug you're looking for looks like. Unlike other GPS tracking companies, we don't require an auto electrician to come out and put them in. You can simply put them in yourself. It simply is a plug. So as soon as that's done and you turn on the engine of your vehicle, we can open up this page. So this is a fleet throughout the country. So first things first, obviously the ignition status. So as you can see here, I'm recording this at about 5:58, so everyone's home for hopefully dinner. And then there's some still vehicles probably stuck in traffic in Auckland. So we've got green engine status on, and then engine off is orange. So we've taken really the 5 things that people want to see in GPS tracking, simplified it like you wouldn't believe, and put it into this page. So this page is really all you really need, and I'll show you kind of how to dive into it through different sections now. So you've got the right section here, which is a list of your vehicles. The top section is actually a search. So you can search by a nickname, you can search by location. So when you add your vehicles now, you can see, not location, you can see a new location field. And if there is, these ones all don't have a location. If there is a location field assigned to that vehicle, the vehicles will then show in the middle here. Now, if you zoom in and you click on any of these vehicles, you will see the speed of that vehicle. So this one's obviously off, the address that vehicle is at, the number plate, make, model, and then the actual last recorded status. So this vehicle actually stopped driving about 38 minutes ago, and then we've got the odometer reading here. So the odometer reading is really, really important to us. So that's actually the reason a lot of these fleets come to us to track the vehicles, is because the odometer reading powers the rucks and powers the service reminders. So what we've found with the GPS beta is all of the vehicles pretty much newer than 2018, where you can pull the odometer reading off the engine. So that's great. Set and forget, power the reminders, power the servicing, amazing. Any vehicles that are older than 2018, we've actually got to start to switch that from satellite tracking. So when you do put these devices in, you've got to report to us the current odometer reading, and then we start to track via satellite the odometer, which there will be a little drift. So about every 2 months or so, we'll get you to give a new odometer reading and it will tie back together. So that's just a huge solution to set and forget road user charges, especially when we're about to launch our RUC payments within Bonnet shortly too. So that's amazing. So the other things that you see here on this pop-up is you've got view compliance. So if I was to click that, it just takes you to the vehicle's compliance, or show tracks. So I'm going to click on show tracks. And what this is going to do by default is actually show where that vehicle drove today. If you zoom in on any of these tracks, you can click on kind of any point and actually see what speed they were going, any harsh acceleration, braking, cornering, and driver behaviour. So this is all reported from the device, which is really cool. And some of the newer vehicles, we can actually get this information out of the engine in a lot more detail. There will be a lot more features built onto that kind of side of Bonnet in terms of driver behaviour in the future. So that's quite exciting. So in terms of if you have a service-based company and you want to go back and actually see where the drivers were at a certain time and just make sure they're actually on site, or if you're wanting to track them to actually get to a certain service, then this is an amazing feature. Up here, if you want to flip between vehicles, you can choose to change the vehicle, select the certain date, and then show the track for that vehicle. That vehicle didn't drive that much today. Let's change it to a Hyundai iLoad. There you go. So that's where the vehicle drives. And obviously you can go up to, well, not obviously, but you can go up to 3 years in historic track. So as soon as that device is actually put inside that vehicle, it will start to track. and we'll hold the information for 3 years. If you click the back to all vehicles button up here, you can see your whole fleet again, which is quite cool. So this is what we're launching next week. It's pretty exciting. We're really happy with it. There are going to be features continuously built to this. So some of those features I'll show you now. We've got the speeding page here. So this isn't going live next week, but it will go live shortly afterwards. So all of your vehicles basically track what speed they're going to, as I just shown you. On this page, you'll be able to set the threshold of what you define as speeding incident. By default, we're going to have it as 10 kilometres, but you can change that down to 0 or up to 100. Please don't do that. And you can start to see what vehicles actually go by that amount over the speeding limit. So we know via Google what the speeding is for each road, and then if the vehicle goes over that certain amount, they'll basically get an incident and it will add to this page. So you can decide to not have reminders on for that, or you can decide to have reminders on for that in terms of email alerts. And essentially every 30 days, you can come to this page and see what vehicle has sped the most over that threshold, which ones are in orange and which ones haven't at all done that. So that's pretty cool. We are going to be building an inspection checklist soon, and so this page may turn into more of a KPI page in terms of like we're thinking that we might be able to give certain drivers a bit of like a reward or a bonus if they fill out their driver inspection checklist within an hour of being sent a notification, and this can turn more into a KPIs and rewards page in terms of who's been the best and who hasn't, and then you can reward them as you wish to internally. We also have geofencing launching. So this again isn't launching for the immediate MVP launch, but it is going to be launching shortly after. Basically, you just put ring fences around a city to be notified when people leave and exit, or around certain work sites to know when people are leaving inside business hours or outside business hours, or entering a work site on the weekends and stuff like that. You can set geofencing up for certain drivers, so more problematic drivers, or just everyone in general. You can kind of select who wants to see what. I always joke that I put the geofences around the golf courses for my partner, but I don't actually do it. But that's just an example of what you can do. So it's really cool in terms of just like knowing where the drivers are leaving and entering, and just also being able to make sure that everyone's where they should be. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully I haven't talked for too long, under 10 minutes. Yes, that was my goal. So basically the whole, what we're doing now is, because fleet is a bit of a different kettle of fish than compliance, we're going to be doing onboarding, a certain amount of fleets onboarding at once. So we want to know if you guys want GPS, then let us know how many devices you need, so we can track engine vehicles, like road registered vehicles, machines, and also trailers and haulers and things without engines, which require a different device. So just let us know, or let me give you a call and kind of explain it. In terms of fleets that are using other fleet software, generally speaking, we should be able to use your devices if you've got some currently. We do need to look them up and make sure it's compatible with our system. If it's new enough, it should be. If it's on the 3G network, no one's going to be wanting to use that, and it won't work itself in about 7 or 10 months. But generally speaking, we can actually use current devices, but we do need to check them first. So the device cost itself is actually $150. And then the ongoing for a road registered vehicle is $20 per vehicle per month, and $10 for trailers and portals or planes or anything kind of without a road registered status. We do say, because we're a startup, if you can prove that you can beat our price, we'll beat it by 10%, which makes me sound like Bunnings, but you know, got to do what got to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you watched it to now, thank you. General feedback is always loved. We can track anything. So if you're watching this as a large family, we can still track your assets. Obviously, you need your permission of those vehicle owners. If you're watching this as a construction company, agriculture, anything like that, we can track those assets too. One thing in terms of agriculture and construction, we are launching the ability to add machines next week, and that's going to be completely free, so free service, no cost per asset. So engine hour, servicing, tracking, we got it. And you can obviously put a device on that too. So that's pretty much it. 10 minutes, woohoo. Any questions? My details are on this email. Feel free to give me a call.